So today I am working on benching. I bench in my apartment alone usually. So you'll see my setup. I have towels to minimize sound because I don't want my neighbors to hear me unracking and re-racking the weight. And I use safeties. So last week I did not use safeties on a top set and I had to throw the weight off my chest, which was not fun because then my pecs felt kind of strained the rest of the night and I think I made a lot of noise. So I was in a rush and I didn't set up the safeties, but they are there now. I have, so I also try to make sure the bench is centered. I have a towel just because sometimes I get sweaty when I work out and it's my bench and I want to keep it clean, but I know lots of people actually use kitchen mats or something, like a drawer mat, to try to keep themselves from slipping. So I make my bench extra slippy, but I actually don't have a problem with slipping on bench. Like, that's not one of my issues, so I'm not that worried. I have wraps. I have wrist wraps. I got these when I went to super training. And I like these a lot. I used to use ones that I got from bodybuilding.com, but those wear out really fast. And I look for comfort and a little bit of stretch. Things that are kind of hard and don't have much stretch and aren't long enough will not be as good. The stretch helps you get a good fit. I have a pair of wrist wraps that my friend gave me that are SBDs, and SBD has really great knee sleeves. I've had my SBD knee sleeves for like 6 years now and they still work great, but these wraps are really short, so I couldn't even get a good fit, and my wrists are actually pretty small, so I put those on for my top sets, but with warm-ups and sets that are like below 80%, I don't need wraps. I think they're good for when you want to handle really heavy weight, but I don't think you need to train with them all the time. Just like deadlift straps. Like, they're good for when you're doing back off work and when you are doing high rep work and you're not, like, you're already beat up from your main comp lifts. So kind of have the tools but know when to use them. And now I'm gonna do a set. So I'm setting up from the side, hoping to be able to make sure my butt doesn't come off the bench and trying to make sure I have a good arch. I tend to bench really flat backed, and usually it's good to make sure that there's an arch for shoulder health, and it does help with comp lifts, which is what I'm doing right now. I normally would not lift in a commercial gym or a powerlifting gym shirtless. There's lots of chicks who do that, and I don't hate on that. I would just feel like too distracted by being shirtless in public, so having a home gym is great for that. That was 190 for 3. Not too heavy. So now that I work from home, my coworkers are on my desk and they are my baby Yodas. This one is from my boyfriend and he got this guy from Disneyland. He is the smallest, like, travel size Yoda I have, and he's super cute. And the stitching is kind of like scarves or mittens. You can kind of see the texture there. This guy was one of my first Yodas. He's kind of like a flower baby, like he has that weight and feel. He's got like plastic hands and head. Like he's kind of hard, like he makes a noise. But he's the most lifelike, or show-like, I should say. Like he looks closest to the dude on the show. So they kind of just chill on my desk and I get to look up at them once in a while. So, and then I have I think this was my first one, my first soft one, this guy. So I nap with him, and he just kind of chills on a pillow most of the day, and that's bedroom baby Yoda. And then I have this guy. So this is a birthday present. My friends got him for me last year. He was the 2020 Costco Yoda. And I'm really worried that they're gonna come out with a new one every year because I'm gonna run out of room. And then I'm out of breath because I'm doing this in between my sets, but I have this guy. He is a pillow buddy. So he's really flat, like he's not 3D. He's like a pillow. He's got the eyes and the forehead wrinkles, just like the other soft Yodas. And he's got his appendages. And the only downside is he's a pillow buddy, so you're supposed to be able to nap with them, I guess, but they're not washable. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to use the dude as a pillow if you can't wash him. And then this guy is my newest one. I haven't opened him yet because I'm kind of doing the thing where when you're a little kid, like your parents maybe get you a present and they're like, oh, if you do really well in this class or this test or this activity, you can have it. So I'm kind of just like waiting until I feel like I've unlocked like a new level of something in my life. Kind of gives me something to look forward to. But yeah, I mean, all of my baby Yodas have been like $20 something or less. And I don't spend too much outside of like living costs and like hobbies like this, my main hobby. So yeah, I mean, I feel like these little dudes are kind of fun to have around, and people make fun of me for having them, but they make my days. I get to look at them and I don't have to worry about keeping them alive like plants or animals, and that's really dark. But it's time to do another set. So after my competition lift, I have some back off sets, which are usually lighter weight, more reps, and these are actually the ones that tire me out more. So I'm aiming for 10, but if I don't think I can make it, I'm not going to fail a lift. I'm just gonna mark it as I didn't get the rep. Sometimes it's really easy if you just misgroove, like say the weight was super easy the rep before and then you misgroove, or you get tired and you can't hold your arch. Or for me, it's the leg drive, maintaining the leg drive for the whole set. I usually get really tired by the end, or my hands get really sweaty and they slip. So a number of things can go wrong. So there I got the 10. It was touch and go, so I didn't have to pause. I did feel like my arch was starting to flatten out by the end of the set though.